Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the match between Barcelona and Espanyol, and in this game Barcelona has won against Espanyol at the Camp Nou 1-0. This was Xavi Hernandez's first game in charge. This was a match where many were anticipating to see what Xavi's Barcelona could do on the pitch, and I remember before this match even started there were so many fans surrounding the bus, the players. It was wild. They were cheering. There was like so many red lighters within that crowd. Like, it really reminded many of us of how teams like Salzburg like to celebrate, or PSG likes to celebrate, or many other clubs out there that celebrate in that way, because we haven't seen Barcelona cheering this much in the past 7 to 8 years. And so the fact that we saw these scenes before the match even started, the hype was real, my friends. Every fan at the Camp Nou, every Barcelona fan was behind this game. They wanted to back Xavi Hernandez. They wanted Xavi to grab his first 3 points within La Liga, and I just felt super alive. I never felt in this way before a match even started, and you can just sense that there was a brand new beginning. And so as we look at the lineup here, this was basically Xavi Hernandez's first starting 11 that he has placed, and the predictions that we have predicted from before, it was pretty close. Like, the one player that really stood out within the starting 11, it was Ilias, and Xavi has always said that he needs his wingers. He needs his wingers within the starting 11, and that is why we have seen Ilias start in the starting 11. And the fact that we saw this player, this youngster here coming from Barcelona B, and also see Gavi start within the starting 11, 2 players who were born in 2004, they were both 17 years old. And the fact that we saw 2 17-year-old players in Xavi's starting 11 in his debut against Espanyol, knowing that this is a very serious derby, that is a statement coming from Xavi Hernandez, because he is showing that he relies on the youth. He believes that the players that were once Barcelona B players can actually deliver in the first team. And now the main question was this: how are these players going to perform? How are these players going to play on the pitch? What was going to be their roles? Because starting them is one thing, but actually making them deliver is a whole different other conversation. So let's go into the first half, and I'm going to try my best to not go everywhere around this video. I'm going to try and organize everything. I know that I might get into like small details within this video, but it's the small details that really count in this game. So starting with the first half, Xavi Hernandez has shown that he was true to his idea, because the Barcelona that we saw in the first half was a Barcelona that pressed high, had fast movement on the ball, the tempo was extremely high, and Barcelona were working much more with the ball, something that we have been wanting to see. They were so willing to take those chances. When it comes to the passes, they were looking for those passes. When it came to the shots, they were making shots inside and outside the box. If we look at the average position coming from Barcelona, we can see that Barcelona were sitting very high. You look at Eric Garcia and Piqué's position, they were basically touching the halfway line. And I want us to really notice something here. Notice how Xavi basically ordered the left flank, right? Barcelona's left flank to be compact. We saw Frankie, Gavi, and Alba be very close to one another, and Ilias was staying out wide. Now, why is that the case? That is because the only reason why we even saw Frankie and Gavi work so well together on that left flank, it is because Ilias was stretching the defense, something that we have talked about before. That is why you do see him by himself in this map right here. And it does make sense, right? Like, Xavi basically said, look, we're going to have this player out wide on the right flank, and we're going to make Frankie, Alba, and Gavi work on the ball, create those chances, work within the players, which makes sense because when you have players who are good on the ball, you want to use it, and you want to give these players the best position possible to work with the ball. We could also see another map right here that's basically showing that Barcelona attacked the most on the left flank, and basically on the right flank they rarely did anything. The only player that really attacked on that right flank, it was Ilias, but that was basically it. And what really did amaze me the most about this game was the work ethic, right? The work ethic to regain the ball, because it only took Barcelona about 4 to 5 seconds max, right? Max to receive the ball, and that put a smile to my face. Like, I remember back in 2010, 2011, and 2012, Barcelona were playing in this way. They were always trying to receive the ball as fast as possible, something which we did see today coming from Frankie, Gavi, Busquets, Memphis Depay, Nico Gonzalez, Alba, Eric Garcia, Piqué, Mingueza. They were all instructed to retain the ball as much as possible. And we look at the final stats of the first half, we can see that Espanyol did not receive not a single shot on target in that first half. Because why? Because Barcelona had 70% of the possession. They took the ball away from Espanyol. Again, something that we want to see. The only thing that was missing coming from this Barcelona was the goals, of course. We wanted Barcelona to score 2 or 3 goals in the first half. There were chances too, like Alba passed it towards Ilias. Ilias basically rockets that ball all the way to the sky, and then we saw Memphis Depay also be very unlucky. And then we also saw 2 other players trying to contribute to the attack, which was Frankie and Nico Gonzalez. The position coming from Frankie and Nico was something that we have not seen before. The fact that we saw Frankie and Nico play between Memphis, Gavi, and Ilias was something so extraordinary, like they were attacking in a front five. And the only reason why Frankie and Nico was there and positioned that high, it is because Xavi does have certain orders. He says, look, if Frankie and Nico can provide us an attacking force, let's play them high up the pitch, because what would be the whole point of making them sit deep and just wasting their talent? They would not be able to see that opportunity to work just outside the box. And that is why we saw Frankie and Nico continue to make those runs in the last line of Espanyol and go straight into the box. So it was a very different Barcelona, that I even myself need to continue to analyze. I'm going to watch this about 2 or 3 more times because there's just so much that we have to nitpick within these players' roles. Now, before we go into the rest of this video, I do want to talk about Manscaped. Support for Barca Media is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming champions of the world. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, 4.0. By having the Lawnmower 4.0, you will be joining 2 million other men around the world who truly trust on Manscaped. So with this exclusive offer, you will be receiving 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code, the BM code, at manscaped.com. So just imagine shaving with a sleek, well-designed and optimized trimmer that makes shaving time your favorite time within the bathroom. So I am one of the first few people that have tried the Lawnmower 4.0, and it is amazing. Like, this really is something that would take you to the next level. And let me tell you guys, this is such a necessary thing for all men, because I remember back in the days when I was using a normal shaver for my balls, I did not get the best result. It looked messy. Sometimes I accidentally make a few cuts, which was very embarrassing because, you know, us men like to go out there. But the Lawnmower 4.0 was there to really give me a better experience, to not give me a hard time on trying to shave my balls. And I felt way more confident on doing so when I went out. It was amazing. And so look, Manscaped engineered the ultimate groin and body trimmer by focusing on intelligent functionality and incredibly comfortable grooming experience. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. And now I feel way more comfortable on shaving my boys. And one of the best features with the Lawnmower 4.0 is that it does include some sort of like LED light, so you can really catch those areas that you cannot see. And so it's amazing. It's an amazing trimmer. This also does come with wireless charging, which is great also. The new wireless charging system uses electromagnetic induction, which can help battery length last longer. So men, the boys who are out there, my subscribers, it is time for you to finally get your first trimmer, and especially from Manscaped. We're also going to be having here the ball toner. We have the ball deodorant. Like, all of this is going to help you just have a better scent all around within those areas. And again, if you do want to get 20% off your order plus free shipping, the only thing that you do have to do is go to manscaped.com. You would be able to use the BM code, which will help you achieve that discount code. But now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back into the video. So now going into the second half, right? This is where things go very differently for Barcelona, and I'm going to be explaining why. So Abde came in for Ilias on the right flank. These are two players who do play in the exact same position, and I think that Xavi is basically showing that he wants to give these two players a test run to see if they could deliver and be very effective on the right flank, which we did see. I'm very impressed with the way that Abde played in the second half and how Ilias played in the first half. I strongly believe that we are going to be seeing way more of these two players here. These two players here really show that they do fight for the badge, because the way that a player like Abde was playing in the second half, which we are going to be talking about even further later down this video, it was extraordinary. And this also really makes me think, right? If Abde and Ilias continue to develop in this way, continue to put out this type of work ethic on the pitch, could we see these two right wingers replace Trincao and Yusuf Demir? Like, could we see that? So fast forward towards the 48th minute, we saw Memphis Depay score 3 minutes after the second half did start. And the only reason why Memphis Depay found that penalty inside the box, it is because Barcelona produced a beautiful play towards Memphis Depay, but only for Memphis to get tackled inside the box, and that's why Memphis Depay got the penalty and he scored the goal. And what fascinated me the most about this whole game was, even though Barcelona were winning 1-0, even though Barcelona had the majority of the possession in the second half, what really did fascinate me was that Xavi was still screaming at the players. He was still trying to order instructions. He was telling Piqué what to do. He was telling Eric Garcia what to do. He was also telling Frankie De Jong what to do. And he actually even told Piqué and Eric Garcia, like, look, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, and go tell Frankie De Jong that I need this to be done. Because let me tell you guys, Frankie De Jong was that one player that was in instructed the most on the pitch, and that is why we saw Frankie so involved within the gameplays. That is why we saw a Frankie that we have not seen in a very long time. I think that Frankie is going to be a very important player for Xavi Hernandez during his era, because the way that he intercepts the ball and then continues to play with the ball is just so fascinating. I'm so glad. I've been waiting for this moment for Xavi to finally use Frankie De Jong in the correct way, to have him on the ball 99% of the time. And then fast forward towards the 58th minute, and we saw Abde. Basically, he was on the ground, right? I'm going to be explaining what happened to him, and I'm also going to be explaining why I think that this moment was important. But basically, on the 58th minute, Abde received the ball, he went to the ground, and he was still trying to protect the ball. And the player coming from Espanyol was trying to outbody Abde while Abde was on the ground. And the fact that he has shown a attitude, right? A attitude that we have not seen coming from a regular Barcelona player, which was a very tense, frustrated attitude coming from Abde, was something that really caught my eye, because not only did he show his work ethic to retain the ball and save the ball and not put Barcelona in a dangerous position, but he was basically showing that he does not want to be pushed around. He wants to bring the intensity on the pitch, and I do believe that that is something that Xavi has ordered coming from the players, because I don't know if it's just me, but the attitude coming from Barcelona overall was much more tense. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but they were much more hyperactive. They fought for the ball. Even though Espanyol were trying to take the ball away when it was off play, Barcelona were hesitating on giving them the ball. And that is why we saw Abde get extremely mad and started pushing the other players and saying, look, don't try and take the ball away from me. I'm on the ground. Like, why are you going to be doing this? And so he's really showing in a different way that he is fighting for the badge. And I love that. I love that Barcelona is much more upfront with the players and the opposition. But here's how I do want to conclude this video and this match. Espanyol in the second half, they saw chances. They saw some very big chances, my friends. Like, it could have been 2-1 or 3-1 for Espanyol, but Barcelona were very lucky to be still seeing a 1-0 win at the Camp Nou on the 89th minute. Because again, the way that Espanyol produced their chances, I was so surprised that they did not get at least one goal. And that is going to be something that Barcelona is going to have to work with. And I have a strong idea on why I believe Barcelona almost got scored on in those last 15 to 20 minutes, because like I've said, Espanyol saw much more of the ball in those last 10 minutes, and it was very nerve-wracking. Like, you can go ask your friends, go ask whoever on the media. It was very nerve-wracking in those last 10 to 15 minutes. And I think that the only reason why that happened was because of this. Barcelona look much better under control. They look much better on the ball when they have a midfield of Gavi, Frankie, and Busquets. We did not end with a midfield like that by the end of the match. We had Coutinho, Frankie, and Riqui Puig within the midfield, and I just do not think that is the best option at the moment, right, as of today, to be using to end the matches. I felt so much more safe with Barcelona when they had Gavi on the pitch, when they had Frankie on the pitch and Busquets playing on the pitch simultaneously. We had control of the ball. With Coutinho, Frankie, and Puig, we just did not receive the exact same result. Espanyol saw the ball much more. So it is very clear, right? Like, there is so much work that needs to be done under Xavi's Barcelona. This team still needs to be refined. I'm still very glad to see the intentions coming from this club. These players, I know their idea. I know what they're trying to do. I know for a fact, and many of us do know for a fact, that this Barcelona squad will get to that level where they are going to be considered as one of the best teams in the world. But Barcelona is going to have to suffer before they can enjoy. The only thing that we do need at the moment is patience and a matter of time. That is basically it. Because look, the fact that Xavi can make these group of players within the starting 11 to play in this way within a span of 48 hours, because Xavi has only worked with these players for 48 hours, and the fact that he has made them play in this way, can you imagine what Xavi can do with these players and who he intends to start when he's working with them for the next 2 weeks or for the next 4 to 5 days before we do head into that match against Benfica in the Champions League? I think that Xavi's impact in Barcelona is very clear. It is there, it is present, it will be there. I do believe that Barcelona will be that dominant team that we once knew before, but it's just a matter of time, my friends, and I'm very excited to see how far this Barcelona team could go. But Barcelona has won. They have won the 3 points. We'll take this scoreline. Our next match is going to be against Benfica next week for the Champions League, a match that many of us are looking forward to. We have to beat Benfica in order for us to be in a very safe spot within the group stages to go into the next round. But that is basically going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona post-match review. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.